there, friends. Welcome to the Albanach Knitter podcast. My name is Andrew. I'm the Albanach Knitter. I am normally off the west coast of Scotland, where I live on the Isle of Arran. Beautiful island, and sometimes struggle to drag myself away from there, but here I am, all brave and free, and I'm currently in the northeast of England, in the county of Northumberland. And this is the ancient kingdom of Northumbria, and this is a place where I often visit on retreat, which is what I am doing this week. And I come to Northumbria, or Northumberland as it's known now, because I have a certain affinity with some of the history of this place, in terms of the monks that came here from Iona, settled on an island just over to my left, called Holy Island, the Holy Island of Lindisfarne, and they started a monastic community over there. And my master's degree was in Celtic monasticism, mainly focused on Iona and Lindisfarne. So I come back here to geek out and to visit what I call my dead friends, St. Cuthbert and St. Aidan and all those people. Their stories were born here in this place. So I'm currently, I wouldn't say hurtling down the A1. The A1 goes from Edinburgh, Scotland's capital, all the way down to London, actually, in various forms. But I'm not going that far today. I am heading down to Durham, which is about an hour and a half's drive from here, just by Lindisfarne. And I'm going there because I am going to visit Durham Cathedral. Now, Durham Cathedral is the resting place of St. Cuthbert, and also a chap called the Venerable Bede. Now, you may not have heard of the Venerable Bede, but Bede was a historian, a monastic historian, and he wrote a book called The Ecclesiastical History of the English Peoples. And, he wrote it in Latin, but that was the English version for you. And it's one of the most outstanding pieces of historic writing that we have for the history of sort of medieval Britain, post-Roman Britain. So, anyway, all that to say, I'm having a drive down to Durham. And hopefully, I don't know what the rules are in Durham, but it used to be you weren't even allowed to take a picture, let alone a video. But we'll see what it's like. I'm hoping that I can at least show you some video particularly of the place I'm going to visit, which is St. Cuthbert's Shrine. Now, you might be wondering, I say, what a good Protestant boy is wanting with a shrine of a old Celtic saint. I just like his story, and there's something about just going to Durham and recounting his story and the history of that period of time, which just encourages me. Sometimes we live, I think, too much in the present day. We think that today is all that we have, and in a very real sense, we only have this moment. But if we lose all memory of what has gone before, then we live in this sort of vacuous state where we have no sense of who we are, where we've come from, or indeed where we're going. So anyway, that's a bit deep for the start of a video. It's great to have you along. See, I'm here I think I'm down in this part of the world for 4 days. I came yesterday, Tuesday, I'm here Wednesday, Thursday, and actually Friday I'm heading up to Edinburgh because it's my daughter Katie is finished university for the year, so I'm going to go and pick up her stuff and take her home too. But in the meantime, it's down the A1, and I'll catch up with you later. Oh, by the way, I did bring my knitting with me. I'm still knitting on that Fisherman's Guernsey type thing by Martin Storey, and so I'll give you an update on that, plus some of the other things I've been getting on with in terms of the knitting front as well. So catch you up later at Durham Cathedral. The beautiful Durham Cathedral, and that's an old sort of bishop's house, university house. It's getting renovated. And on the other side of the quadrangle, some university buildings, and over there is Durham Castle. So heading away from Durham now. That was a very enjoyable visit. Always glad to go back there. It's been a few years since I've been, but it was really good to be back there. But I'm now heading up to Newcastle upon Tyne, which is a major northern English city, and our family lived in Newcastle for 5 years between 2010 and 2015. And while I was there, excuse me, I was in leadership of a large church there, which was a good 5 years. And my youngest daughter Lucy was born in Newcastle upon Tyne, so you know we have a bit of history there. Made lots of lovely friends there in Newcastle. So I'm looking forward to going there today. I don't have a huge amount of time to do very much, but one of my main reasons for stopping off in Newcastle on the way back up to near Berwick-upon-Tweed, near Holy Island, is that I'm going to be singing with some friends tonight in a little pub just on the River Tyne. And it's part of the Sacred Heart tradition. You may have heard me mention that before, but when I started to sing in that musical tradition, it was Newcastle I started, so I'll be going to sing with some good friends there. And so I hope you enjoyed what you were able to see of Durham, and I don't know if I'll be able to take much video of our singing, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe not. We'd just like to, keep that to ourselves. It's probably best. But yeah, catch you later. Jesus, lover of my soul, let me to thy bosom fly, while the narrow waters roll, while the tempest still is nigh. Hide me, O my Saviour, till the storm of life is past. Safe into the haven guide, glory save my soul. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little tour of Durham and a few parts of the northeast, and a wee bit of singing in there as well. I am back home now. I arrived, managed to get a late ferry on Friday, in spite of the fact that we weren't actually booked in until Saturday morning, because this time of the year the ferries are quite, they get quite booked up very fast. So we just chanced our arm. We went in the standby queue and just about got on the ferry. I was like, the car was hanging off the back of the boat almost. But we got on. I was very pleased to get home after a few days away and get all the car emptied with Katie's stuff, because I went to Edinburgh on the way back from Northumberland to bring Katie home for the summer, where she's finished her first year of university already. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. So back home, and of course this is Sunday now. The girls have gone out for a walk, and I took the opportunity to stay at home and just do this little segment of the video just to get it all sorted and get it up on the YouTubes, which of course it is, because you're now watching on the YouTube, so well done. And what I am continuing to knit on at the moment is the project by Martin Storey that I've mentioned probably in the last few extra stitch videos. It's based on a fisherman's Guernsey, but it's a very simple pattern. There's no elaborate patterns on the top part of the body or anything like that. It's just the basic construct of a fisherman's Guernsey. And I'm looking forward to exploring all the little extra gussets and various things that will be included in it. But at the moment, I'm still on the large back piece, and I say the large back piece, it's only large because I have a large back, and I would like it to cover my back and not end up being too small. I know, you know the score. So that's why I'm taking a while, but I haven't had a huge amount of time to knit on this, but I am enjoying it. When I do get the chance to sit down and knit on it, I am enjoying it. It's mainly stockinette with a few interesting features, as I say. And one of the things I have just done is I have split. Well, not split, you don't split. I don't seem to have decreased any stitches or anything like that. But I have passed the point where they want you to add the underarms. That's what the marker is there. Now, if I get this up close, you'll be able to see that on the left-hand side there, before a little stockinette patch, there's just a little garter bump. It's not every single row, it's just every second row. You add these garter bumps. And that piece there, this is for the back, but if it was for the front, it would be for this section up here, where your arms join to your torso. And that's just to give that a little bit of interest there, I think. So that's the section I'm at. Where's the bit I'm knitting on? Where's it gone? There it is. Hang on a minute. There we are. That's what happens when you try and talk and move stuff and do things when you're... Anyway, back to it. So just a little bit of extra feature for each side, where the arms will eventually be added. And I'm hoping it's only something like 20 centimetres or so, that from the bottom of the arm add bit up to the sleeves, or something like that. And I hope to get that finished in the next wee while. So that's what I'm working on. As I've said before, I'm working on this project by Martin Storey using Cascade yarns, 220 superwash. And I know all the conflicts that surrounds superwash wool, etc. Recognise that, but it is the wool I chose, and I'm happy with that. And it's a lovely maroon colour. That's the name of this colourway. Maroon, and it's one of my colours, and as I said before on the last extra stitch when I was talking about this project, I think I picked it because it's reminiscent of my Salvation Army days. So I decided I wanted to have a maroon sweater, which every good Salvation Army boy needs, for lots of reasons. Anyway, I digress. But that's not the only project that I am working on at the moment. But the other project has a little story to it. And let me tell you the story. I was at church last Sunday, as I often am, what with it being my job. And one of the ladies came up. She's an older lady. She's maybe an octogenarian in her early 80s. And she said, "Oh, I've got something personal to ask you." Well, I thought, well, here we go. I don't know what's going to happen now. But anyway, she said, "Well, I wonder if you could do something for me. I was like, okay, here we go. What is it? I don't know. It could be anything, you see. People could ask you anything. It could be, could you come and move my furniture? Could you come and sort out my heating? Could you come and minister deeply into the depths of my soul? Could you, it could be anything. But she said, well, here's the thing. Here's the thing, she said. It's I think it was a niece, a great niece. She's about to sit some exams or finish some exams. And so I went online and I bought this, what I thought was a lovely little bear. And I wanted to give her this lovely little woolly bear. And then, of course, the thing arrived and she discovered that she had bought a crochet set with said bear still to be made. And it comes, a little tiny bear, it's got some clothes on it, and it comes with in a tiny little suitcase that you're supposed to crochet up. So this last week, I have spent making a little amigurumi bear with a cushion and a dress and a suitcase to go into and all that sort of stuff, a pillow. Honestly, it's not yet finished. So I thought, well, I won't show you yet. I might do a few pictures of it and show you some point, but can't say it's a project which has given me a whole lot of joy. But I do like the opportunity to help people out on the occasion where that arises. I think the last strange thing that I was invited to knit was some woolly colour work capes for some Shetland gin bottles, and I duly made those. And that was good fun as well. And I was in the early days of being on the island here, and so made a friend through knitting those. So yes, I'm knitting on this Martin Storey red maroon fisherman's sweater type thing, and I'm knitting on the wee crochet bear, which comes in its wee suitcase, which will eventually go to the niece of one of my congregation. And other than that, that's all that's going on at the moment. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Coming into the summer, things clear a little bit on the schedule, especially during July and August, when there's a few less things on. Some of the regular things that we're involved in start to get a bit quiet or have a little bit of a summer break because people go away on holiday, etc. So come the summer, I am hoping that I can get involved with a bit more knitting on this, and we'll see what happens. So there we go. It's looking okay. Don't mind my little, see that little strange place where I've had to join in the middle of the. Isn't that terrible? But I'm not too worried about this. It will weave in nicely, I'm sure, and it's only for me, so I'm quite happy with it. But I was going to show you just the bottom here, because there's a tight garter stitch at the bottom, which is done with a smaller needle, and then there's a sort of broken rib type effect, and that serves just to pull in the bottom of the sweater a little bit, and then you go into a larger needle, and then it's stuck in it for days, and then say this little feature on the edge there, which goes up the edge of the arms. So that's where I've got to. I'm enjoying it. It's a no-think knit, and this is good because I say life's busy. I'm starting to get my head around my doctoral studies again, which I'm really looking forward to now that we've moved in. And as you see, I'm sitting in my new house. I'm in the living room, and this bit here that you can see, this is the tiny bit. This is the bit that is the presentable quarter of the room. Not even a quarter, it's maybe an eighth of the room. And the rest of the house is still bits and pieces because it just takes a long time, and we're both working full time. We haven't really had real good concentrated time to just get on and get sorted. Some rooms are better than others. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen that we're getting a few things done on the front garden and the back garden. The house has been painted. It's looking lovely, but there it is. So one of the things that I did purchase, a new purchase, which was of interest to me, during this last year, I sing with the local choir. They're called Aaron Singers, and in this last year, I've stepped in on a few occasions to lead the choir rehearsals, etc., etc., and very kind of them. No need to do that whatsoever, but they gave me a little book voucher just to say thank you for stepping in on a few occasions over the year. And I thought to myself, well, good, it's about time that I sort of added to my reading list, because Tracy and I are off on holiday this summer, off to sunny Tenerife in the Canary Islands, off the coast of Africa. Very exciting about that. It's our 25th wedding anniversary, so we're having a celebration without the kids, just ourselves, chill out, all that sort of thing. I wanted to build up a few books that I can take, and I got a few books. But one of the things I also got, because we're very generous with the book voucher, was I was able to get a copy of this, 52 Weeks of Accessories. It's published by Lane, I think that's how you pronounce it. And I've had my eye on this for a wee while, because as I was saying, as much as I can cope with working away on a garment, I think I really need the sort of smaller projects on my list, just to get the sense of satisfaction of things that will get done up a bit more quickly. So I say I've had my eye on this book. I haven't been able to get a hold of it because I don't think it was published or available in the UK where I am until relatively recently. But I don't know exactly how many. There's obviously 52 patterns in here, but I don't know how many of each is what I'm going to say. But there's hats and headbands, there's scarves and shawls, there's cowls and hoods, there's mittens and hand warmers, there's socks and slippers, and there's bags and more. Having had a little bit of a flick through, there's some things in here that are definitely not the kind of things that I would see myself knitting. As I say, I'm not really much of a shawl knitter. I don't wear them myself. But having said that, there's a very nice one there. I don't know if you can see that. Nice big shawl, which would definitely keep someone warm in the winter. And then there's a lovely big scarf thing there. You see that? That's lovely. And as you can see, it's called Snug as a Bug. You definitely would be in that. Lovely colour work patterns. Those sorts of things interest me. In here there's quite a few colour work things with charts, and especially charts for the cables. Now, I'm not very good, I'm just going to show this very briefly. I don't particularly know how to read charts for cables, so that would be a new skill that perhaps I could look at learning. In my spare time, as you say. But there's lovely things like those little lovely colour work gloves. So look at those. I don't know if that's a kind of brioche. No, I think it may be just sort of some sort of double layered sort of slip stitch thing. But those look very nice. It's a nice grey outer colour and some nice colours in the background. So very interesting book, and I shall enjoy reading away at that. And hopefully picking out a few projects. Now, of course, 52 weeks of accessories, there's no chance whatsoever that I'm going to be able to knit a different accessory every week for the next of any coming year. It's not going to happen. But I will enjoy dipping into this. There's a lovely pattern there for some sort of, what do you call them, Selbu type mittens there. Which are very nice, with a little Latvian braid around the edges there with the ribbed inside, and then the inside of the mittens, it's got a sort of stripe pattern like that. So those looks very nice. It appeals to me, and I think there's a good number of these projects that I may well have a try at. So watch that. I can't promise anything, but watch this space. However, what I want to do, because every now and again on the Albanach Knitter YouTube channel, like to be generous. You are also very kind to me in your support, but also in your watching of the videos, and that does help. So what I want to do is I have a copy of this, or I will provide a copy of this for the potential winning for everyone who comments on the video down below. And you'll know there's always sort of more than one reason for that, because comments on the video shows YouTube that there's some nice interaction and helps get it out there. And of course, because I've had a little period of not getting the videos out there so much, there may be some people that I'm missing. So I would like to encourage you to like the video and make a comment down below. It's the comment down below that I'll be choosing a winner to receive a copy of 52 Weeks of Accessories by Lane, and that will wing its way to you, and I'll be selecting something from the comments. If you're looking for something to write, just tell me what you're knitting. I'm always interested to see what other people are knitting, because in doing that I can then get some ideas of what I would like to knit for myself. So if you want to win a copy of 52 Weeks of Accessories by Lane, comment down in the box what you're knitting, and then I'll do a random pickage and get something out towards you. So hope you do well in that. For a lucky person out there who's going to get a copy of that. Well, that's just about it for me for now. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed the videos of the travels and a little bit of a nitty update from me. Only one thing to say is that we now have dates in the diary for Albanach Stitches retreat in September. Albanach Stitches will take place from Friday the 5th of September through to Sunday the 7th of September. Of course, you can come and stay 1 or 2 days either side, make more of your trip, but the sort of retreat part of it, the organised knitting together part of it, will be from the 5th, Friday the 5th to Sunday the 7th, and you're welcome to come and stay a few days either side. So if you'd like to come along to Albanach Stitches, it'd be lovely to meet you. It'd be great to knit with you up there at Albanach, just by the beach, under the mountains, by the valley. You know, it's a great place to come. And the centre's just had a lovely little coat of paint, so it's looking very pretty. And at the moment, we've had some gorgeous weather. 2 weeks already of glorious sunshine, hardly any rain. It's warm, and that's set to continue for the next few weeks. I can't promise for September, of course. It could be absolute carnage by September. No, it won't. It'll be absolutely fine. We've got a lovely new ferry on the route, and it's absolutely beautiful. It sails to Troon. We're hoping very much soon to have our regular ferry back sailing to Ardrossan as well. So you'll have a ferry going to Troon, a ferry that goes to Ardrossan, and it should be really easy to get here for Albanach Stitches the 5th to the 7th of September. I really hope you'll feel able to come along and join us for that. Again, there'll be more, a link or something down on the description of this video, which will tell you how you can inquire and come along to Albanach Stitches. The only thing I say about that is don't let cost be any barrier. Obviously, if you're coming from overseas, that's a different thing. You'll have to pay your plane and all that sort of thing. But we run on donations at Albanach Christian Centre. We have a recommended sort of donation for the event, but it's entirely voluntary, and we don't want the finance to stop you coming. So if that's you, just drop us a line, drop me a line, andrew@albanach.org, and just say hello. If you need to have a little bursary, that's fine. We are really excited to have everyone able to come and join us. So yeah, book up. And so that's it for now. That's it. It's been lovely to see you again. Thank you for dropping by. I say it is Sunday. I've got a spare afternoon. This evening, I'm going to be singing some shape note stuff like you heard earlier in the video with friends here on the island, because next week at Albanach Retreat Centre we have a shape note weekend. I like to get all my hobbies involved in my work. It makes it all the more enjoyable. So I've got that coming up next weekend. Really looking forward to that. But for now, Martin Leven Drasta, Agus Pianach Jegut. Take care and God bless. See you again soon. Bye bye.